The time 6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Tilani Piris. China highly commends steps taken by Sri Lanka to eradicate COVID-19. A new constitution will be introduced giving equal rights to all citizens. Sri Lanka Communist Party gets a new leader. And on foreign news, a fatal shooting takes place as rival groups protest in Portland. And on sports news, Novak Djokovic resigns as ATP Player Council president. The government of China says that steps taken to eradicate COVID-19 by the Sri Lanka government are excellent. Chinese acting ambassador in Sri Lanka, Hu Wei, mentioned this during a discussion with Health Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi at the Health Ministry. He has pointed out that the government, led by the president, took measures to prevent the spread of the virus from the beginning. Discussions were held to further improve health relations between the two countries. He said that the support given by the Sri Lankan government during the pandemic was appreciated by the Chinese president and the people. He further said that the Chinese government had paid special attention on the measures taken by the Sri Lankan government to prevent the virus infection. He also said that China would support future programs of the government. The State Minister Dr. Nalaka Godaheva says that a new constitution will be introduced giving equal rights to all citizens of the country. He said that unitary nature of the country should be protected. The State Minister mentioned this when he went to Kandy to meet the Mahanayakas of the Malwatu and Asgiri chapters. Former parliamentarian Diu Gunasekara has stepped down as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Sri Lanka. Accordingly, Dr. G. Veerasinghe has been appointed to the post left vacant by Mr. Gunasekara. The General Secretary is considered as the leader of the Sri Lanka Communist Party. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The State Minister Prasanna Ranavira says that his intention is to win over the local and international markets through new inventions. He said that future plans will be made while protecting traditional industries. He further said that more environmental friendly products will be made available in the market. Police Media Division said Sri Lanka Navy has intercepted an attempt to smuggle in turmeric into the country from India. The Navy raid has been conducted on the seas of Kalpitia. 6 individuals have also been taken into custody by the Navy. A haul of 1,400 kilograms of turmeric has been recovered in the raid. The suspects, along with the turmeric, have been handed over to the police. That ends the local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
3 new positive cases of COVID-19 have been detected today, increasing the total number of positive cases in the country to 2,998. 3 recent arrivals from the Maldives have tested positive for the virus, the Department of Government Information confirmed. The Epidemiology Unit says 125 active cases are currently under medical care at hospitals. The number of recoveries from the disease in Sri Lanka moved up to 2,860 as 11 patients were discharged earlier today. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watch Light this evening, the Central Bank has decided to provide further relief measures to assist tourism sector businesses and individuals who are adversely affected by the prevailing COVID-19 outbreak. Considering representations made by the Minister of Tourism and related agencies, Central Bank has requested licensed commercial banks and licensed specialized banks to provide a debt moratorium to COVID-19 affected businesses and individuals in the tourism sector for a period for the period of 6 months commencing from the 1st of October 2020 to 31st March 2021. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader. From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines first. A fatal shooting takes place as rival groups protest in Portland. Statue of John A. Macdonald toppled by activists in Montreal. Hong Kong health workers and activists urge boycott of mass testing. One person has been shot dead in Oregon as a large procession of supporters of President Trump clashed with Black Lives Matter protesters in Portland. Images from the scene showed medics trying to save what appeared to be a white man. Police have not given an identity or specified whether the shooting was directly linked to the clashes which broke out in a downtown area. Activists in Montreal have pulled down a statue of Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, who was linked to cruel policies that killed many Indigenous people in the late 19th century. Video captured the moment the statue's head flew off and bounced on the pavement nearby. Macdonald was Prime Minister of Canada for 19 years in the 1860s to 1890s and is remembered for his nation-building policies, but he also created the residential school system. For more than a century, the system forcibly removed at least 150,000 Indigenous children from their homes and sent them to state-funded boarding schools. Many children were abused and some died, and they were forbidden from speaking their own language or practicing their culture. A government report in 2015 called the practice cultural genocide. A Hong Kong pro-democracy union of healthcare workers and several activists, including Joshua Wong, called on Sunday for a boycott of the government's universal coronavirus testing plan, in which medical staff from mainland China are said to assist. From Tuesday, a 60-strong mainland team is due to conduct tests in the first direct help from China's health officials for the semi-autonomous city as it battles the pandemic. Back to the world news headlines. A fatal shooting takes place as rival groups protest in Portland. Statue of John A. Macdonald toppled by activists in Montreal. Hong Kong health workers and activists urge boycott of mass testing. That ends world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader. From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
The central bank governor, W.D. Lakshman, said Sri Lanka is planning a new development bank to fund small and medium enterprises and a credit guarantee fund as part of building a developmental state and direct lending. He said discussions are underway in the central bank now to establish a national entrepreneurship development bank which could support SMEs and startups. That's development news. Moving on with sports news, world number one Novak Djokovic has resigned as president of the ATP Player Council to front a new association aiming to increase the power of the players. But he faces opposition from Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, who remain members of the council. Britain's Andy Murray has not yet joined the male-only association and has called for the WTA to be involved. The first players to sign up for the Professional Tennis Players Association met yesterday at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York, where the US Open begins on Monday. Between 60 and 70 players posed for a photo posted on social media by the Canadian Vasek Popsel, who had been a driving force behind the new association, along with Djokovic. That ends sports news.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goal.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
George Stewart Health announced their renewed partnership with TIL Healthcare India for marketing and distribution of TIL Healthcare products in Sri Lanka. TIL Healthcare, formerly known as Tablets India, originally launched with George Stewart in the mid-90s. This renewed partnership will make available a range of amino acids and probiotics to the market. That's business news.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Top officials of leading economic development institutes in both Qatar and Sri Lanka highlighted the tremendous potential to boost synergistic commercial ties between the two countries during a webinar on bilateral and synergistic opportunities between Qatar and Sri Lanka, organized by the Doha Bank recently. The panelists at the webinar discussed the prospects to enhance the bilateral partnership between the two nations in terms of trade and investments. That ends economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage draw commenced 24th August to 13th September. Discounts up to 40%. Come today to CIB.
And to conclude the weather report, the Met Department says showery condition is likely to enhance to some extent over the island during the next few days from tomorrow. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the central, Uva, north central and eastern provinces and in the Mullaitivu district in the afternoon. Several spells of showers will occur in the western and Sabragama provinces and in Gaul and Mathura districts. Wind speed can increase up to 40 kilometers per hour at times over the northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Hambantota district. That was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage draw commenced 24th August to 13th September. Discounts up to 40%. Come today to CIB.
And now to in this news broadcast, the main points once again. China highly commends steps taken by Sri Lanka to eradicate COVID-19. A new constitution will be introduced giving equal rights to all citizens. Sri Lanka Communist Party gets a new leader. And on foreign news, a fatal shooting takes place as rival groups protest in Portland. And on sports news, Novak Djokovic resigns as ATP Player Council president.